Death metal hails from Finland. Today's band comes from Germany. This one is Scalpture with their third album, Feldwärts. This is a death metal band that opted to go for old school ways. The style is mostly, but not totally, more on the mid-tempo or faster mid-tempo parts. Rest assured, there are faster, more energetic parts as well, but definitely leaning to what could be described as mid-tempo, old-school death metal. If that brings you names such as Hail of Bullets, Bolt Thrower, or Asphyx in your mind, well, you're pretty close what this is all about. These are not names I figured out on my own, obviously. These are names that keep popping up when browsing to metal archives, so there are similarities not only in my opinion but to the bigger audience as well. Obviously, these kind of associations are obviously very, very individual, so what you might hear is something totally different than for some other people, etc. Now, Scalpture is no newbie to the genre. This is their third album, and they haven't been the most active band in terms of years and releases. However, last 2 years, it seems the band has been kind of picking up pace, so to speak. So Feldwärts is here offering some 39 minutes of black metal, give or take. What we need to understand about this album beyond mid-tempo. First of all, this album has quite a booming production. That is, this sounds strong, drums are powerful, gears sound heavy, and it kind of loads with a lot of ammo in the box. So there is production, which is very much supporting this kind of old school, as if things were rolling into your direction kind of a sound, which then again is something that we really, really want and need when you're talking about band that is being compared to Bolt Thrower and Hail of Bullets and Asphyx. Very much all, more or less, kind of are related to war in terms of death metal. What you also need to understand and know is that this is not the most catchiest band on earth. While they are doing their style of death metal nicely, and they do know the kind of rules of war in terms of this kind of stuff, I mean, there could be even more, say, catchiness. Be it with the lead guitars, be it the chorus parts or whatever. So there is that which totally separates this, in my opinion, from Bolt Thrower. Where Bolt Thrower went on with very catchy melodic riffs and even, kind of chorus parts. Scalpture isn't exactly holding on to that idea. Or maybe they were just unable to execute it. Because basically, when it comes to the basic riffs and all that stuff, this is very solid, but something magical is missing, and I would say it is mostly with these lead guitars and chorus parts and just the kind of a structure of songs. I mean, it's more about doing the kind of basic stuff, and then you need to add layers and layers of magic, the kind of the icing on the cake. Because with their basic riffs, you can just have those growly parts and move on with the lyrics and do double bass drums and all that stuff, but then you need something else, something to just kind of builds the apex moment, which I am afraid to say this album doesn't really have. Another smaller issue what I have with this album are the vocals. They are not weak as such, but they're kind of like monotone, like they're lacking the kind of a power and dynamics what they could really do. It's almost like they are, kind of held back a little bit, like too much on the background, like, okay, next song I'm gonna do it. No, wait a second, next song, and then the album is over. There are no parts where it just feels like it's this tank rolling over you, in the terms of vocals that is. But overall, this is pretty decent of an album, very easy to get into if you like this kind of death metal to begin with. Just not there yet, in my opinion. This is more like a work in progress towards real good shit. Now it's just decent, which is not bad, but you would kind of expect something more now, especially when bands like Bolt Thrower and Hail of Bullets are gone. There's need for replacements, and I don't think Asphyx is going to do it alone. I don't think ever again we will see a band like Bolt Thrower, but there is a room for bands to take that place, to have these kind of war-themed death metal bands that can just deliver those blows, not with speed, but with heavy-ass riffings. And I think Scalpture has the tools. They just need to sharpen their blades even further to really nail it. That's what I have to say about this album. Obviously, you want to give a go for yourself. This was already released April 9th, so it's already out there. Whether or not you prefer physical copy, or maybe you go for digital ones, it's available. So check out the samples in your favorite streaming services. You will also find links provided in the description box. So clickety-click, start listening, and I hope you like it. Take care and see you soon. More reviews coming your way.